Sorry. Well, I believe in any peace work, in any peace building, in any peace negotiation, there is one condition: is to want peace. What we are trying to do in Al Tariq is to bring people to this level of wanting peace, and wanting peace is not by saying it; it's by doing it. It's a kind of a process with education. We have to work hard on the ground. And there is another secret that sometimes the international community says, we've been spilling a lot of money, millions of dollars. Where is this peace? I mean, the result is the opposite. And I believe that there is two things. First of all, yes, you are spending money here, but where and for what? The other thing is, everybody should understand one thing, that the needs of peace for Palestinian community is absolutely different of the needs of peace for Israeli community. Even the language of peace in both sides is different, which is, maybe it's heard insane, but I will explain what I'm saying. Because the need of the Israeli citizen for partnership, for Palestinian partner, is to bring the Palestinian to the Israeli society, to prove that there is partner, and to help the Jewish nation to overcome their historical fear, and to trust that they will be defending and protected if they give up the occupied territories. This is the mission of any Palestinian activist in Tel Aviv. But my need for any Israeli activist is to stand by me in front of checkpoint and to struggle and to resist non-violently. And my need as an NGO, Al Tariq, in the Palestinian society, is to go to the Palestinian and to tell them non-violent. The first condition for non-violent is to stop feeling a victim. Because as long as you feel a victim, the earth will victimize you. So, non-violent is not giving up. Forgiveness is not giving up. Forgiveness doesn't mean giving up your right to justice. When you forgive, you broke the hatred of the enemy and you create inside him a conflict, because he would love to see you as a devil, to excuse his way to deal with his own fear by killing you. But when you forgive him, so you take all the material between his hands, then he come back to his humanity, because he is a human. You cannot deny this. Even the fighter, even the soldier, all of them are humans. So it's a long work, it's a long way. The third thing is, which I blame, I don't like to judge people. I'm not that angel. I'm just a person who want to understand, because I'm so angry about all of this. The peace building, it become like the politician. They are using this peace in a very diplomatic way, without giving the people the needs of peace. What I'm trying to say is, peace working, it become like, work. One of our conditions in Al Tariq, not to have any salary for anybody. If you want really to exist as a peacemaker, don't expect materials. Expect right for children, for human, for whatever. So the whole world is putting the money where it should not be put. This is my part of my anger. But the other reason that I can understand what is behind this, that people don't know. People should know what is the real work should be done and where. And for me, I kept learning about the Israeli society, about the Jewish nation, because I cannot be an activist of non-violent if I don't know who's my enemy, why he's doing this. I realized that Israelis are not explaining themselves enough. Palestinians are explaining themselves by anger, Israel explaining themselves by a face of an occupier. They don't talk about the Holocaust in Jenin refugee camp. They don't mention that. What they are showing is just punishment. 530 checkpoint in the West Bank. So what do you expect from Palestine? Al-Qassam rockets, whatever, all of this brings the hatred. So I realized that the Israeli community used to throw their problems to the sea, to the West Bank. But they should learn that those problems learn how to swim. You cannot ignore the problems by throwing them behind your back, by denying, dehumanizing the Palestinian. On the other hand, I realized that Palestinians couldn't reach a deep understanding of the power of nonviolent resistance by explaining themselves in a cycle of humanity to the Jewish, which is a very, very special nation with a special history, with complicated past, you know. So we have to reach all of this. Then maybe all of us, Tariq, Sulha, any activist will help in bringing up a clear initiative for peace that people will feel open to identify with. People sometimes come back from Sulha, they are ashamed, they are afraid to identify with it because they will be blamed that they are doing normalization. They will be blamed that they are, giving up the promised land. So if we succeed as peacemaker, first of all, to bring up this and to identify with it, peace will come. And this need project of education, this need summer camp like example to catch the children from their early childhood and to work with them. This bring a public pressure to the politician, and this need for people to be educated, not to be convinced by Palestinian for peace, to be convinced by Israel for peace. I mean, I need the Israeli to convince me for peace, but my mission is to convince the Israeli for peace. But we keep blaming each other that we are not focusing, we are not doing our duty. Abu Mazen is not doing his duty. Olmert is not doing his duty. No, the partner should do his duty in my society. And this is what we need to go through, and this is what we need to learn. The fourth thing is the international community. We need a political pressure. We don't need just money. You cannot keep, sending money and blaming Israel or Palestine. And it's really hard for me as somebody who live in the occupied territories, facing all of this machine of dehumanizing even me, to say what I'm going to say. Don't take sides, because for me, I realize I don't want to close the Jewish nation down by collecting the power of the whole world to my side, but I don't also want the whole international community to excuse the occupation in Palestine, in the occupied territories. So, if you want to support Israel, really, help Israel to go out from the occupied territories as soon as possible. If you want to support the Palestinian, help the Palestinian to realize and to figure out what is the best way to push this occupation out of our land. By non-violent activities, by non-violent project, by reconciliation project, by development. If people don't have bread on their table, would they come to Sulha? I don't think so. And even though we are asking from every, participant in Sulha to pay 50 shekel, whatever. So there is injustice regarding the behavior, the international behavior for the peacemakers in this land. Not just for, extremes regarding this conflict, also the international community, because my anger is not coming from a point of view that I'm a Palestinian. No, I'm part of the international law. As the international community expect from me to support this law and to defend this law, also I have right and duty from the international community to be paid for me as a human being. So this is my right. Wow, I become what?
קח תשתה מותק. עלי, אתה רוצה לשתות?